Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, as we are speaking right now, your president is in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, to attend a climate summit. But then, despite all the engagement that Ruto is having with other leaders in Ethiopia, the question you should be asking yourself is that, how did your president got to Addis Ababa? The means of transport, that's what I'm talking about. Of course, it was by air, but then, which flight? Because now, we have a president who during campaign, he talked about making sure that everyone is living a life that is with respect, and that can be achieved if the top leadership can make sure that there is no issue of excesses. So he came out as a president of the hustlers with a poor background racing. So he was the face of the poor. But when you look on the chartered flight that Ruto used, it is a private jet. It shows a leadership that preaches sacrifice but practice extravagance. Ruto's decision to charter a private jet to Addis Ababa is a test for billion luxurious life that he has chose after he became the president, which is complete opposite of what he told us during campaign. So your president spent 12 million Kenyan shillings to fly to Ethiopia, yet any transport. But imagine there was another way he would have done it with a little amount of money. But he chose a private jet. That's a test for billionaire luxurious life. At the same time, there are so many questions we are asking here back at home, which I would want us to go into that discussion. But I have a quick and humble request for those who are watching the channel and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much. And before I forget, there is one of our viewers and subscribers to this channel who supported me through the M-Pesa, but it was through is it send money wave? So there's no way I can reach out to that person directly and tell him thank you. Najua kama ni M-Pesa umetuma direct, kuna message, kuna number, you can, but there's no way I can reach that person directly. But above all, again, I cannot disclose the person's identity without his permission. But I'm just coming generally to say thank you so much for the support that you saw. It is fine to support me directly in the manner in which you did it. So thank you so much. Now back to this discussion. While your president is spending 12 million just for transport to Addis Ababa, schools are suffering from capitation here in Kenya. Ruto should have spent 2 million and saved 10. It is possible, it is workable. But he chose to spend 12. When you have such a president spending such huge amount of money, you would think in his own country education is thriving. But schools are struggling right from primary schools. Siku hizi tumekuja na junior secondary schools. The issue of capitation. Hiyo gharama tu Ruto ametumia kwenda kule Ethiopia imetosha kujenga karibu shule 2 Kenya hii. Shule tukiwa na shamba 2 zimejengwa. Even in some areas hata shule 3 utajenga. In this country, we have learners who are still learning under a tree. Hawana madarasa, but your president can charter a jet and pay 12 million Kenyan shillings from your taxes, not his own money. That is extravagance. But they were preaching a different gospel during campaign. They said they are hustlers. They say they know how poor people live. They say they will live a life that is moderate with no excesses. But today, they're even spending more than the people that they were condemning of being dynasty. Hata Uhuru hakuwa anatumia gharama kama hiyo. Na yeye ndio walisema ni dynasty. Today, as we are speaking, the county workers have not been paid. The counties are unable to pay the workers simply because the national government is always delaying to disburse money on time. Sometimes they are giving little money. We said counties should get at least 45% of the collected revenue. Kuna revenue inakuwa collected, kuna budget inatengenezwa. Ile yenye kwa sheria ni 15%. But this government promised even 50%. Today, hata hawajafika 30%. But this is how your president is spending. So imagine county workers, wafanyakazi wa county governments. Mishahara inachelewa, lakini your president can charter a private jet and pay 12 million. Na kuna mwananchi amelala njaa na amefanyia serikali kazi. Mshahara umechelewa. You would think when you see Ruto flying in such kind of jet that his country, there is no poor people. If there is poor people, sio eti poor wanakosa chakula, lakini paka wafanyakazi wa serikali wanakosa kulipwa. Where is the priorities? In this country, the state of our hospitals is not good. Kuna some areas hakuna hata dispensary. Hiyo pesa ingejenga dispensary kama 3. Hata 5 zitajengwa. Na uandike wafanyakazi pale, hata kama ni 2. But that's how your president is spending. So when other president and other people sees we are president, watu wa Ethiopia wakiona Ruto is landing in such a flight, a jet, wanajua Kenya hakuna matata. Lakini kuna matata Kenya hii, kuna shida kubwa. Go and look at the state of our roads. The national government is holding on larger resources. They are giving peanuts. But now look on how they are spending the resources they remain with. That is your president. So what they were preaching is different from what they are doing. What do you do to such a person? You have all the powers to make a change. Whether you want to have a president who lies during campaign is a hustler, But when he's in office now, he become a dynasty. So you see that kind of life Ruto want to live. That's why you see the State House budget is even doubling in digits. What Uhuru was spending for 1 year, Ruto is spending in 6 months. These are some of the areas where the excesses